The great Stoic philosopher Epictetus once said, "The key is to only keep company with people who uplift you, whose presence brings out your best." You've probably heard the saying that you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Today, let's explore this idea through a Stoic lens. We'll discuss the 7 types of people who can hinder your progress in Stoic philosophy and how to navigate these challenging relationships. We all have a friend, family member, or co-worker who seems to find fault in everything. Whether it's work, weather, or food, they never miss an opportunity to express their dissatisfaction. Now, you might wonder, why should this concern me? Consistent exposure to such negativity has a draining effect on your mental well-being. It's like a leaking tap, completely draining the reservoir. Stoicism invites us to closely examine the influences around us, recognizing that the people we surround ourselves with have the power to shape our perspective and our life experience. By understanding the types of people who can steer us away from the path of virtue and tranquility, we can take steps to protect our inner peace and promote our personal growth. Number 1. The complainer. This is the person who is always ready to complain about everything and everyone. Their cup is always half empty, and their constant negativity can undermine our own ability to find gratitude and contentment in life's little things. Being around the complainer often drags us into a state of constant dissatisfaction, preventing us from truly appreciating what we have. Stoicism helps us by showing various strategies to deal with a complainer. First, limit your exposure to this person whenever possible. Your second option is, mentally distance yourself during their tirades. Number 2. The drama magnet. Drama seems to follow this person wherever they go. Whether by choice or circumstance, they are always embroiled in conflicts and crises, creating an atmosphere of chaos and stress around them. Their love for drama can drag us into unnecessary situations and consume our emotional energy, leaving us exhausted and unable to focus on what truly matters. Stoicism advises us to stay calm and not get involved in dramatizations. Avoid feeding the drama cycle with your own exaggerated reaction, and also establish clear boundaries and maintain a healthy emotional distance to protect your own energy. Number 3. The denier. The denier refuses to face reality and prefers to ignore or minimize problems rather than solve them. Their inability to deal with the truth can prevent us from taking effective steps to improve our lives. Being close to the denier often keeps us in a similar state of denial, avoiding confronting our own challenges and limitations. Number 4. The victim. This is the person who is always ready to blame others for their problems and refuses to take responsibility for their own choices. Their victim mentality can drag us down and prevent us from reaching our full potential. Avoiding the victim helps us cultivate a sense of personal responsibility and empowerment, reminding us that we are the creators of our own life. Show empathy, but do not reinforce their role as a victim. Encourage them to take responsibility for their own choices and actions. Help them identify ways to empower themselves and find solutions to the challenges they face. Number 5. The toxic positivist. While positivity is valued, the toxic positivist insists on maintaining an artificially optimistic attitude, ignoring or minimizing life's difficulties. Their denial of reality can prevent us from facing challenges head-on and growing from them. Being around a toxic positivist often leaves us invalidated in our own struggles, feeling obligated to mask our difficulties in the name of false positivity. Recognize the value of positivity, but do not allow them to minimize your own feelings or experiences. Set clear boundaries and be honest about your own needs and limitations. Number 6. The manipulator. The manipulator seeks to control others to meet their own needs and desires, often in a subtle and insidious way. Their manipulation can undermine our confidence and autonomy, making us vulnerable to their harmful influence. Avoiding the manipulator helps us protect our integrity and personal freedom, reminding us that we deserve relationships based on trust and mutual respect. Therefore, Stoicism advises us to stay aware of their manipulative tactics and not to succumb to their irrational demands. Set firm and clear boundaries, and be prepared to step away if necessary to protect your own integrity. Number 7. The time vampire. This is the one who constantly consumes us with unnecessary demands, purposeless interruptions, and empty conversations. Their waste of our precious time can prevent us from focusing on what truly matters and achieving our goals. Being close to the time vampire often leaves us exhausted and overwhelmed, with no time or energy to invest in the things we truly value in our lives. Manage your time effectively by setting clear priorities and learning to say no when necessary. Be direct and assertive in dealing with unnecessary interruptions, setting expectations about your time and availability. Reflection on ourselves. As we reflect on these types of people, it's important to remember that we are also responsible for our own attitudes and choices. We should question whether we are being positive, empathetic, and authentic in our interactions with others. Cultivating healthy and meaningful relationships requires self-awareness, authenticity, and a commitment to Stoic virtue. By avoiding these types of toxic people and cultivating relationships based on virtue and mutual respect, we can create an environment that promotes our well-being and personal growth. Remember that saying no is not only acceptable but essential for your well-being. Instead of offering elaborate excuses, a simple, "Thank you for the invitation, but I won't be able to go," is enough. Rejecting an invitation is not a rejection of the person but an affirmation of your own needs and priorities. Always remember that while it's important to try to help others, it's also essential to take care of yourself and maintain healthy boundaries in all interactions. In the words of Seneca, life, if well lived, is long enough. Stoicism teaches us that time is one of our most precious resources that must be allocated wisely. It is the canvas on which we paint the portrait of our lives, and we must be highly selective about who and what deserves a stroke of our brush. By becoming aware of the different types of people who may cross our path and understanding how each one can impact our journey of personal growth, we are better prepared to protect our inner peace and promote healthy relationships. Stoicism offers us a valuable lens through which we can examine these interactive dynamics, reminding us to take responsibility for our own reactions and choices, regardless of external influences. May we apply Stoic teachings in our daily interactions, always seeking balance between caring for others and self-care. For more videos that can help in your growth and success in your Stoic routine, I recommend subscribing to the channel and don't forget to comment on the video. Thank you very much.